Today we're going to be repairing a rear latch that sticks intermittently and sometimes does not work on a 2006 Dodge Grand Caravan. The electronic latch system has a little rubber button that you push and it activates an electronic switch. Sometimes this does not work or it takes too long to work. I'm using some basic household items to do this. A tiny flat blade pocket screwdriver, some type of dielectric grease, and a scrap of sandpaper. On the back of these vans, right above the switch, right above the latch, there's a tiny aperture. I'm going to put a flat blade screwdriver into. That's how you're going to judge what size screwdriver to use. First thing I'm going to do is take the flat edge of this, and I'm going to use this to pick off the rubber and plastic surround around the latch. I'm going to set that to the side. Now I'm going to pry out the latch assembly itself by placing this pocket screwdriver above the inside button and pulling downward. Thereby removing the latch assembly. Now that the latch is down, we can turn it over and see where there's a little bit of green corrosion on the contacts on the inside. Usually these older vans caused by road salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick apart this latch. We're going to clean the inside with a bit of sandpaper, a nail file, soap and water, brake cleaner, something to get it clean and get rid of that corrosion. Inserting my screwdriver, I'm going to pry out the top half of this button. Inside there's a spring you want to be careful not to lose. On the inside of that latch you're going to see copper contacts. These will corrode and cause this switch not to work. I'm going to go clean and degrease them, and we'll put dielectric on them, and we'll be ready to put them back together. The inside of this latch system has a small set of copper contacts on it. All they have to do is bridge one side of the contact and the switch to the other, so it's really just a small flake of copper. Inside of the switch assembly, you've got the two copper contacts that need to be bridged for the door switch to activate. I've taken just the tip of the pen screwdriver and scraped out a lot of greenery. I'm going to go after that a little bit with some brake cleaner and a scrap of sandpaper and see if I can get some more of that off. Now, I've cleaned the contacts as much as I could, well enough I believe, making sure that the spring is back in place with the large side towards the inside of this cup. Small side up. I'm going to take the top of this latch, and keeping in mind that I've given these contacts a pretty decent cleaning, especially on the edges where they're going to come in contact with the inner contacts in the switch. I've greased the inner contacts with a bit of dielectric grease. Now, keeping in alignment this tab with this spring, I'm going to assemble this switch just by pressing the whole assembly back together. You hear a nice positive click. Now the assembly is back together. I can verify the operation by listening for the switch to activate. And once that is replaced, I'm going to press this hole and put the rubber surround back around the switch. Verify operation by pressing the latch mechanism. I'm going to press that entire assembly back up into the socket where it came from and listen for an audible click to verify fitment. There she is, back together, under 5 minutes.